Mabuhay! I'm Rema and welcome to my art space. And right now I'm in another museum tour here in Doha, but this is my final leg of the tour because I am about to go home, but I still have a lot to show you. So I hope you'd stick with me and check out the Fire Station Museum. Doha's Fire Station Museum used to be a real fire station for over 30 years, until the Civil Defense Authority relocated in 2012. The buildings were renovated and repurposed into an art residence where creativity flourished, and the works of the artists were showcased to visitors for free. The galleries also host international artists. Last February, we saw the works of Kuwaiti artist Thuraya Al-Baksami at the Al-Marqiya Gallery. Most of her works, I noticed, highlighted women in the Gulf region. I learned later that the title of her exhibit, Majuna, means beautiful woman in Arabic. This exhibit was on show in both the lower and upper floors of the gallery. Al-Baksami's works on the second floor were mostly made of paper prints, lithographs, and silkscreen artworks on paper. Some of her works on display were dated way back the 1980s. Her works here highlighted more women, as well as her childhood memories and the Middle Eastern life she grew up with. The Majuna Gallery was up until early April 2024. And I swore to myself that I will go back to this museum after this one ends. This museum also impressed me with the fact that we can get art cards and art books for free. I was amazed that both art cards and art books were made of good quality paper, and I wish museums in the Philippines would also give out art cards and art books for free. I tried commuting back to the Fire Station Museum through the Metro bus and train, but man, that was not a good idea. Honestly, this is the worst museum tour that I had while in Doha. So what I did was that I rode the Metro Rail station and went down at Corniche Station and then looked for the nearest bus or the Metrolink bus where I can find it. That's the M143. But the nearest bus station to the Fire Museum is the Hamad Medical Center. So it's like more than 1 kilometers away from the park. And guys, if you're going to the Fire Station Museum, I'd recommend that instead of getting a train and a bus, go get an Uber. When I came back, there's a new immersive exhibit entitled Electric Idol, created by Swiss artist Pipilotti Wrist. This exhibit, which will run until June 1, has an entrance fee of 50 reals. I was a bit shocked because I thought all exhibits at the Fire Museum station was free. To museum goers, here's another tip. Make sure to research first so your money worries will not drown the unique experience you can get from immersive art exhibits like this one. Anyway, the rest of the exhibits were free, so I did not have to worry about breaking my bank account again. The two other exhibits featured works of 10 artists who participated in international residency programs across Paris and New York. One giant painting, which showed an integration of history and international culture into Qatar,
was a mixed media work of various artists. Since the other gallery where Al-Baksami's exhibit was still closed during my second visit, only one gallery was left to be seen. The exhibit featured more visual arts from Fire Station Museum artists who have taken up international residencies. The style of each artist was unique from the other, and they have freely expressed themselves in various modes of art. Now, the museum has no permanent collection, but it invites visitors to take a look and appreciate the works of its Qatar-based artist residents. I'm not sure if these were for sale, but it's a big thing to be able to get into an art residency program, especially that you can be given access to galleries and museums even though you're a newbie artist. I don't know if this book-style art was a thing in Doha, just like what I saw in Mathaf, but I think it's a pretty cool concept. Do you think I should make something like these? The artists did not only experiment with traditional art on print, paint, and ink, but on films as well. If you are inspired to make your own art after the tour, the Cas Art store is located inside the museum grounds to cater your artistic needs. But no matter how much I wanted to buy something from here, I did not want to add weight to my luggage. There's also a cafe in the museum, but it was closed during the time of my visit. So this is just a very short tour. You know, there's like only 3 or 4 galleries. One of them which is like a special exhibit because it's from Pipilotirists, and the others were works of those who are in residence in this Fire Station Museum residence. One of them is still undergoing construction. That's sad because that exhibit will be up after I leave the country. But anyway, it's short and sweet, and I like relaxing out here in the twilight. So I hope you enjoyed this tour, and if you do, please click the like button. And if you're here in my channel for the first time, please subscribe and also click the bell button so you'll be notified of upcoming videos. Again, my name is Rema, and I hope to see you again in my next art space. Bye!
Mm-hmm.